Hello. Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the evening of the 9th of January, 2026. Hopefully you're doing well. We are back, as I promised, or at least as I said, with more Labyrinth of the Demon King. Hoping to finish this up tonight. We'll see how much longer we got. We have I'm guessing the last tower, which is the Demon King's tower, or maybe we have one more tower and then the Demon King. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll try to make some progress in this in tonight, at the very least. Hopefully we can get through it. But that being said, hopefully your week went well. If not, hopefully you at least have a good weekend as it starts. And I do hope our stream can be a part of that. So, if you missed it this afternoon, played more of our new afternoon game, which is Mori. This is the first on many of our long list of backlog games that we'll be trying to get to this year. Most of our backlog games will be retro games, but this is a game I've heard about for a few years, and I've been meaning to play it. It's kind of out of our wheelhouse, which is part of the reason why I wanted to start with it, because I'm hoping it'll open the door to a bunch of other games that are a little out of our wheelhouse and maybe in a similar genre to that game. And we can go from there. But yeah, very excited. As for, I've mentioned it a few times, our 5-year affiliate anniversary is coming up. I haven't really planned anything out for that. I was thinking of doing some sort of like subathon thing or some big celebration thing. It is half a decade of streaming, half a decade of affiliate, and I think I've come to the realization, not to put a damper on spirits here at the beginning of stream, but I think I've come to the realization that I don't know if I have the physical capabilities to do that kind of thing. It would take some serious planning, and the problem is I just don't know if I could hold to any promises that could be made for that kind of thing. If I promise to do 24 hours, I don't know if I could do 24 hours. I honestly, I don't know if I could do 18 hours. 12 seems like the most manageable, but like a 12-hour subathon, I don't feel like would be really much. Like it would be more than what we normally do. Like obviously, like we've done a 10-hour stream before. Like it'd be a couple hours longer than like our longest stream, roughly. But like outside of that, it wouldn't be a whole lot. And I don't know. I just don't know what to do for that kind of thing. I want to celebrate our accomplishments. We have reached over 700 follows. We haven't really done much of a celebration for that, and I really do appreciate that. We're, again, half a decade of full-time streaming, half a decade of being affiliate. These are things I do want to celebrate. I just don't really know how. I don't have the physical capacity that a lot of these other people do. Like, I don't have the physical capacity a lot of times to stream for long periods of time, to put all the things on my face and eat all the weird foods and spicy chips and beans and all of that stuff. Like, I just don't have the capacity to do those things, which is just it's unfortunate. I wouldn't mind doing those things. I feel like if I did those things, it just wouldn't last very long, and it would honestly just be a detriment more than some sort of celebration. So, I don't know. I have I'm kind of at a loss for ideas for what to do for that. I really wish my circumstances were better in that regard, but it's just that is just the way it is, unfortunately. and there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Like there's not like a medication I can take or anything I can do about my situation to make it to where I could do a longer stream or uncapped subathons, or like the only thing I could do in theory if I was going to do some like uncapped subathon, which honestly I don't think would really work out for the kind of community we've built anyways, but if it was to be a thing, I would essentially just have to take more regular breaks than most people. Like most people do like 12 hours and then a break and then 12 hours and a break. Like that's usually how it works, right? Like it's long streams and breaks and long streams and breaks. I would have to do significantly less than that. It would probably be like 6 hours break, 6 hours break, right? Like it would be quite a bit. It would be quite a bit. But again, I don't think our community is built around that kind of concept anyways. Like at most we would probably get to a day of that thing. It'd probably be like we do like a 10-hour stream maybe, and then probably that would be it. Not saying that like people aren't supportive or anything. It's just we haven't really built a community around that kind of like hype environment, right? A lot of communities are built more around those kinds of things. So I just don't think that would be the kind of thing that we would be able to accomplish, at least not right now. Maybe sometime in the future. But I just don't think that is accomplishable. So I will keep thinking on it, about what we could possibly do. I'm kind of at a loss. My idea last year was to do like a subathon thing. I'll be honest, it is to do our first subathon for the 5-year mark, but as the year went on, as we got closer to the date, the more I realized that I just don't think I'm in good enough health to be able to. It's less about managing it and more about keeping promises. Like I don't want to make a bunch of promises through a subathon that I will not be able to keep. Because the channel's always been about community, and I don't want to be the kind of person that's like, oh yeah, here's the list of things that we're gonna do, and then just not do half of them, right? That to me is completely spits in the face of what the community's been about since the start, right? So I would much rather just have something, I guess, a bit more low key than to have some big celebration that ends in some sort of disappointment. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'll keep thinking about it. I just bring that up because we talked about it this morning, and I wanted to talk about it at the beginning of the evening stream as well. Because it's, different people show up at different times, so it is important. But I wanted to mention it because it is coming up. We have a couple weeks until that 5-year affiliate anniversary, because Twitch, you could change the date in which Twitch will let you celebrate it, but Twitch will automatically celebrate it for you if you don't change that date. By the way, for streamers that don't know that, your affiliate anniversary is in your dashboard. It will tell you when it is. Twitch will automatically celebrate it if you don't change it. You can tell it like, hey, I'm going to celebrate it on this day, and you can have it. You can tell Twitch when you're going to celebrate it, and it will move it to that day, because I think they give you like, there's some sort of announcement like the day before, and I think the day of, on your channel automatically. So if you do not change that date, Twitch will do it for you. So that is just a little forewarning. If you know your thing is coming up, or if you don't know what day it is, you could check that thing in on your dashboard, and it'll tell you what date that is. But I believe mine's like the 19th. I want to say it's like the 14th or the 19th, which means I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's like the 19th. So, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. If not, we'll just do a little bit of like, hey, today's the day, and then go about our lives. Nothing says we can't celebrate it on a different day, or when we hit a different milestone, or something. But either way, we are going to try to make some more progress in Labyrinth of the Demon King. I will try my best not to be too whiny about this tonight. I was having some major gripes with it last time we played, so we'll try to get through this without too much of an issue, but it is what it is, as they say. All that being said, let me make sure everything is still working. Looks good. Turn up our music. Switch over here. And play. We'll need a controller for this. Load. Merchant's Tea House. Alright, did we already make tea? Oh, I forgot there was a dodge. Maybe that would have made my life a lot easier. How much money do we have? 25 money. Did I do the consumables? Did I make our tea yet? I did not make our tea yet. Let's make our tea. I mean, I should have been able to tell by the fact that we don't have full health. Okay. I do want to check something. I do wonder if the jailer is actually dead, because I think we still saw him laying on the ground, which is abnormal after a boss fight. Yeah. I'm wondering, is he still alive? Can I... Bellhammer? Still need to fix our blade. I want to get that royal... Okay. Okay. I was just stepping around him, and it said we murdered him, so I guess that did do something. Alright, I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, so the next place we need to go is is here. Five wisdom Buddhas. Read. 4 circular smells of charcoal. Place item. I don't know if it matters what space we put them in, but... Oh, okay. I just happened to guess correctly on the first two. No? Wait, what? Why did this work? Oh, I'm hitting exit. Okay. I was like, why is this working before and not working now? It was hitting exit. There we go. Ta-da! The door is open. Power of no interval. Okay, we got no theater music. Which it's called no interval, so that makes sense. It's interesting. I actually watched a movie that I watched them actually like performing like no theater and saw them like doing this kind of music and stuff, and it was really interesting to see the performance. They're actually doing that, like, with their voice. That sound that you're hearing, it's actually done with their voice. It's really interesting. Alright. I wonder if it's anticipating me turning around. Because I'm seeing that grating over and over again. See? Or if it's just as long as the song goes. Like I said, it really the only thing I don't like about... didn't like about this game very much is like the combat. If the combat was just a little bit cleaner, I think this would be probably one of the coolest games I've played. Because I love the aesthetic, I love the sound design, like it's just really good from every aspect but the combat. Like, if it played more like the thing it was trying to emulate, kind of like those hardcore dungeon crawlers, a King's Field, a Shadow Tower, which I do love those games. Like, that's what makes... I guess that's why I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna keep going. I guess that's why I'm so disappointed, is because I expected those. See? Perseverance. Old scroll. Destroyed life in any form. The sinners here are full of rage and hatred. They seek each other out and tear each other apart using tooth and nail, pulling eyes and ripping flesh. Afterwards, the wardens of hell come and use great iron rods to beat the sinners until nothing but piles of broken bones and mangled flesh. After a chilling wind blows through the realm like a revive. The sinners will be restored to their former shape and begin the torture again. There we go. The hell of repetition, which is exactly where we are. Because that's what it says every time we, die. It says revive. So, now we've established that we are in hell. Which should have been kind of obvious, honestly. Got the Demon King. Oh, that's 100% the Demon King. Yep, that's 100% the Demon King. It's an Oni mask. This guy is about to kick the tar out of us. You made it here. It's been a long time since anyone has. There's once a time where many mortal would stand where you are now, but now few will ever find their way here. Not in this age, anyway. Now you stand before me. What will you do, little pup? You still carry that blade, the other half still embedded in your master. Do you hope to cut me down with it a second time? Or do you wish to submit and offer your body to me? No, you seek violence. I can see it in your eyes. Well, I think we've spoken enough. Let us begin. Okay. Can you get off that stage, or...? Yes. Okay. Of course. Told you this guy was gonna beat the tar out of us. Oh yeah, we're dead. Our weapon is far too slow. We might have to go grind, like, money or something to get a faster weapon. Or just use a different weapon. I guess we could try... We could just try a different weapon. I don't think upgrading a weapon really helps. Let's try... Let's try this one. Okay. Okay, can we? Okay. He just summons things sometimes. Oh, this is gonna be miserable, dude. He is way too fast. Okay. So that weapon is too slow. Let's try That... Actually, can we try the bow? Where is our bow at? The bow actually was doing a lot of damage to one of the bosses. I wonder how it does against this guy. Yeah, the bow does a lot of damage. Okay, stop shooting me, dude. Do we not have any arrow? Wait. Do we really only have, like, 5 arrows? I thought we had more arrows than that. I guess not. Ow. Oh, I just went back to the... Okay. Load game. Load. Yes. Okay. Yeah, the gun would probably have helped too. Problem is, I don't think you can sell stuff. Yeah, we only have 4 arrows. Yeah, arrows, definitely. Talismans. Okay. Weapons. Okay. 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 Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is... I wish we could sell stuff. I don't think we can sell stuff. I wish we could sell stuff. Because I feel like if we could... Load game. Load. Because if we just had ranged weapons, I think we could kill this guy with our bow and arrow and stuff. See, we have buy. Because I wouldn't mind, like, the Royal Katana, but I want, like, with the gun we can't even get. Like, we have no way of selling. Right. Like, I wish we could sell stuff. We might have to go grind money, but I'm not even sure where the best place to grind money is. How much are arrows? 50. We need 50. Where would be the best place for us to grind money? Probably in the first area. Okay, let's just go around and fight things, I guess, in hopes that they'll drop money for us. Money? No. Guess we have to look around and hope we miss something. Nope. It sucks that we're so close to the end and all that we're missing is just basically like ammo or money. See, this is why the currency system, this is how I know the currency system is broken. Is because like if we had a consistent way to actually farm money, we would be fine. Right? But I'm having to rely on guesswork. Right. And see, like he didn't drop anything, so I don't even know if these guys can drop money. I don't know if there's like a level thing on this. Like these guys aren't dropping money, so I'm guessing I can't get anything from these guys. See, like I have no option to sell anything. I have no consistent way to farm money. Like, even the base enemies here should be dropping money, right? That's the thing. It's like, even if it's like 4, they should be dropping something. But they're not. I guess I could go back to the prison and check the skeletons and see if they drop something, but... What is this? Oh, okay. I was like, what is this area? Like, there should be... Okay, well, we got another healing item. That's helpful. Something we definitely left behind. Hey, Void. How you doing? Healing item. I mean, I'll take all this stuff. It's still worth coming back to check for all this stuff, I guess. At least we can pick up some of the stuff we left behind to take into the fight. There. Guess we can go up to the second floor. Can I take this Buddha? I can, looks like. There. Nothing there. Squish that guy. Where did you come from? Squish that guy. Won't budge. Man. We're so close to the end. We literally just have the final boss, and I'm really just stuck because of the final boss. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Back out the hole we go. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to open the map and forgot that this one doesn't have a map button. To go into my inventory. Oh, hi there. Okay, these guys don't. Okay, okay. Chill out, buddy. Jesus. Consumable. Use the matcha, because the matcha we can refill. Oh yeah, there was nothing up here. I was like, why have we not checked up here? I mean, getting healing items is still helpful, because we can use that in our fight with the Demon King. Money? Either one of you guys gonna drop money? Nope, doesn't look like that. I'm guessing at a certain point they just drop stop dropping stuff. I'm guessing we have to go back to the jail if we want things that drop money. I'm gonna go up to the armory. I think we left some arrows up there. We might be able to get some arrows out of the armory. Because it does seem like the bow might be the only way for us to deal with. Or the best way for us to deal with the Demon King. Since we apparently can't farm money and can't afford. Money? Ah, money. Nice. 11 bucks. That's a start. It's a start. Okay. Not that way. Money? No? Okay. Fine then. Okay, I hear somebody else. Oh, there's a bunch of dead guys here. Okay, I'm gonna go up this way and check the armory behind the boss's room. See if we left any arrows in there. Well, we definitely left a healing, so that's good. Okay. Another full heal's in there. Not really gonna help us. I swore there was a place with a bunch of arrows sticking in it. I guess it was in the second area that I'm thinking of. Money? Money? No money. All some cheapskates. I don't know that. Money? No? Okay. Still a whole lot of nada going on over here. On this bookshelf. Mushroom pouch, we'll take it. Oh, this goes outside. That goes down. Okay. Still no money, huh? Oh, okay. Are you guys not gonna fight it out? Ah, I'll take that. That's helpful. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but every little bit helps. Oh, I hear a knife guy. Nice kick. Money? Nope. That's an exit. Okie dokie. Well, we've acquired quite a bit of resources, but no arrows, so we need to check a different location. So I'm gonna save again. Let's go check to see. Not this one. Let's go to the bottom of... Let's see if the skeletons will drop us any money. Because again, if we could just get some money consistently, it'd be fine. But man, we just can't find any consistent money. Thank you, Skull, for ruining everything. Okay. No money. No money. Nothing. Nothing. Tra-la-la. Okay. So yeah, where'd you? Nice. Okay, $20. That's good. That's enough to get our arrows now. So... we might be able to... we have 56, yep. So that's enough to acquire arrows. Oh, that was one arrow. One arrow is 50. You kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? That is insane. God, this game is really poorly designed. Like, it focuses so much, like, all the good parts is everything except the main mechanics. It's such a failure of game design, dude. It sucks so bad because it nails everything except the part of actually playing the game. Because, like, there's no way to farm resources, as you can tell. Like, I had to fight, like, 13 enemies to essentially get enough money to get one arrow. Like, it's bad. It's just really... and it's supposed to be like, oh, it's a brutal game. Sure, right? I get that. But there's a difference between being brutal and being poorly designed. And this is the perfect example of being poorly designed. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. A single arrow costing 50? Like, if I had a way to sell stuff, sure. But I can't even get rid of stuff. Like, I can't get rid of stuff. What is this? Oh, that's the gens. We're maxed. Like, there's no way for me to consistently make money to buy the resources I need. Like, and the upgrade to my weapon, like, it's just, this is so bad, dude. It is awful. This is what happens when you focus too much on aesthetic and all that stuff, and you nail that, but forget that you have to make your game fun. Jesus Christ. Like, all we can do now is just bash our head against the wall that is the final boss and hope for the best. That is where we are at now. And that is, like, objectively terrible game design. Now, do I have to, like, if I go... what the hell? Why is there a spirit there now? How long is this tower? Please don't tell me this tower is like infinitely tall now. And I have to go all the way up it again. Jesus Christ, this is even worse. Like... Like, I'm legitimately running. So now they even punish you for, like, going back to prepare for the final boss. That's even worse, dude. Because this was like a good, like, 10-minute run. Such a terrible design, dude. Combat is awful. The design of how you do resources is awful. This segment not being shortened after the first time is awful. Like, God, like, this is one of those games that is a perfect example of a game you watch and do not play. This should have been a visual experience, not a playable experience, and that is so sad to say. Because the interactivity is what makes this game significantly worse. Because look at this. Like, what's fun about this? What's fun about me running in silence for 10 minutes? Because I had to go back and get resources. Why am I being punished? And there's no way to get up there. There's a way to fast travel out of here, but there's not a way to fast travel into here. I can't believe this, dude. I cannot, for the life of me, believe that this is how this is supposed to be done. See, like, if we had the gun, I guarantee you this fight would be probably nothing, but... I'm gonna save here on a different save. Just so we have a save down at the bottom and a save up at the top, so we don't have to make that run every time. Alright, so let's equip the bow with our 5 arrows, which... Oh, he can block it, I forgot. How dare I forget that he can block. Okay, so there goes our 5 arrows. Okay, and then he's going to summon one of those. I'm going to have to hit that. And then I'm going to need to use... Let's use one of these. And one of these. What happened? I literally used a full heal! The game is broken, apparently. Oh, I know what happened. There's the debuff. I know what happened. There's a debuff. Also, instead of reviving, autosave will be deleted and last save will be loaded. How is that more punishing? No. Okay. I'm not even gonna get into how that load game. This one. Yeah, you can see. For us to get from the tea house to the top of the tower took, what's that, 5 minutes? It's insane, dude. Yeah, so what happened is there was a debuff on us. That's what I forgot. So if it's not bad enough that this guy does a bunch of damage and stuff, he has a debuff that instantly kills you. That. That debuff. Oh, cool. It gives you a ton of that if you... Gives you a ton of that if you get hit. Use. Okay. I love getting stunned every time I get hit, dude. It's such a fun mechanic in a game where this guy swings at a million. This is such a dumb thing, dude. Like, he swings a million miles a second. Look at this. And then he summons ads. This is such a stupid fight, dude. Okay, use that. Use this. Okay, Constitution. He did the explosion, which This is such a stupid fight, dude. God, I hate this game, man. I hate when such a good concept is carried down by such a terrible gameplay cycle. It's so bad, dude. And I've always mentioned it. If your boss fight has to have ads, it's a failure of a boss fight. Because ads are faux difficulty. They're not actually the boss doing anything, right? They're the boss needing, like, extra support to do damage. Okay, that's what I thought. We were out, okay. Hammer. Oh, there goes the combo, which does a bunch of damage. See, and the problem is his buddies also do the like debuff thing, which is insane. See, look at it. It's like, what am I supposed to do when I'm getting staggered by everything in the arena? It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. Look at that. It's just a cacophony of getting... I just used a thing. I'm already half full of the debuff again. And see, they fly off. I get staggered every time I get hit because armor does nothing. Like, it's so awful, dude. I don't care who is... Oh, God. People really do not understand game design. This is another perfect... I talked about it last stream, too. Another perfect design of, oh, the game's hard, it must be amazing. No. It's a failure of design. Through and through, failure after failure after failure. Unskippable dialogue. No matter how fast I spam, I've got to deal with this. And see, the thing is I'm guessing people probably found out that, like, ranged weapons were really powerful. So they probably beat this guy by using, like, arrows and stuff, like I'm doing right now. Arrow and gun. See, and the problem is like, I want to hit this thing. But look at this. Look at that. I hit that guy once. And then he summons a guy at the end of his combo. So I have to use this and this. And then it's like I can't even chase this thing around. Because they fly around. Right? Like, it's insane. I feel like I'm going insane, dude. Because I can't even, like, wind up my hammer to do damage. Every time I do, he hits me. And like, of course he can block. And whenever he slams down to do the AoE, it's so bad, dude. It's so bad. Like... God. Okay. I love it when the arrows just sometimes don't do anything. Okay, we're gonna use a different weapon. I'm gonna use this thing. Look at that. Just out of range of it, still immediately a bunch of damage. Look at that, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? There's 3 skulls around. Like, come on, man. You know what? I don't even care anymore. Don't even care anymore. Can you come over here? Oh, of course you can do that. Yeah, okay. I was wondering if you could... Of course. I'm trying to figure out places I can cheese them out, because at this point, I don't care. This game doesn't deserve to be played fairly, because it doesn't treat us fairly. It does not treat us fairly. It doesn't give us a way to manage resources properly. It doesn't give us a way to farm for money properly. It punishes us for going back to try to do things before the boss. Like, it does not treat us... our time properly, so it does not deserve to be treated properly. I do not care who disagrees with me on this. This game is not well designed. It is not designed like the games that it is trying to emulate, and by failing at that design, it makes it a miserable experience to play. You want to waste my time? I will waste your time. I have cheesed enough games since I was a kid to know how to cheese you, friend. If you don't think I'm going to, you are sorely mistaken. If you want to waste my time, I'm not going to play this game as it's intended. I don't care. Track down the Demon King and end its life. Okay, where are we supposed to go from here? I guess out into the water? Ah. That... I'm sorry. I really wish... I really wish we could have fought that fairly and as intended, but... The game didn't want to treat our time properly, so I had no intention of wasting any more time on it. See how it says directed by? That's my problem. When you say directed by, should have been a movie. Quality assurance. Yeah, that's the problem. When you say directed by, yeah, no thanks. A game direction and movie direction are two different things. This has been framed as a movie, not a game. That is why the gameplay is so awful. You're not welcome. No, that's a little mean, but no. This combat held this game completely back. Completely. This game trying to do something so brutalistic, but not understanding what skill-based combat is the thing that holds this back. Everything else about this game is excellent, except the actual gameplay. There is New Game Plus. New weapons, stronger enemies, don't care. Increased item improvement cap, item shop, I don't care. I'm never playing this again. I am never playing this again. Let's see, did we get all the achievements? We're missing one achievement. What is the achievement? Restore your broken katana. Oh, well, we can do that real easily. Hold on. Load game. We're about to 100% this game. Can you fix my broken katana? Kadoku. Yes. There we go. Alright. And with that, we can put the miserable existence of Labyrinth of the Demon King behind us. That is an 100% achievement playthrough of Labyrinth of the Demon King. What a miserable experience that was. Jesus Christ. Alright. As always, whenever we finish a game, I like to talk about it from a mechanical standpoint, from a story standpoint, and an overall standpoint. If I have not made my opinion clear through this last little bit of this, from a mechanical standpoint, this game is a miserable take on a first-person dungeon crawler. There are so many things wrong with this. It tries for a parry and attack with a kick to break block type of combat, which you would think wouldn't be that hard of a concept to get right. However, it does not do it well. Everything staggers you. Literally everything. It doesn't matter. The breeze. A swift breeze staggers you. Things whiffing near you staggers you. The idea of staggering staggers you. It is so poorly implemented because it's so focused on being a brutalistic take on combat. And people might be like, oh, well, there are other games that were this hard. You know, it's trying to emulate things like Kingsfield or Shadow Tower. We've played through Kingsfield, all the Kingsfields and Shadow Tower. They are not built like this. Even Shadow Tower is not built like this. I can tell you with 100% certainty Shadow Tower is not built like this. And Shadow Tower is supposed to be a horror take on that exact formula. Shadow Tower's difficulty comes from the idea of balancing your inventory resources versus the game that you're trying to survive. This game does not capture that. Also, like, this falls prey to the thing that happens year after year modernly of make a game hard and it's probably going to be good. I don't know if that's what the the idea behind it was. That's what it feels like to me. I keep seeing this with so many indie games. A game does not need to be hard to be good. I think this game mechanically just made the things way too brutalistic that so many people are not going to be able to finish this. Most people are probably not even going to make it through the first tower, I'll be honest, and they're going to be extremely disappointed. And the reason why they're going to be disappointed is what I'm going to talk about next, which is the story. I think story-wise, and honestly everything else-wise, is where this thing shines. I think the story of going through the different... it's told mainly through text, but like going through the different hells and the different depictions and the little bits of like fighting for your lord and taking back, your honor, essentially. All of that is basically ripping your honor from the levels of hell. Is a very classic take, classic story, but told in a very horrific way, and I think it's really done really well. And the aesthetic sells it, the characters sell it, your character silently, moving through these hells and battling these demons in the different towers sells it. It's amazing. Like, from a story standpoint, from an aesthetic standpoint, is really good. And I'll just go ahead and move into the overall, because there's not really a lot to talk about from the story, honestly. It's kind of pieced together from the towers, right? But in the overall, I think if this game had an easier mode or a more refined combat, this would be one of my favorite games, honestly. I love everything about this game except the combat. This combat makes it one of my least favorite games I have played in the past year. I kid you not. I would rather play most other things that we have played this year. Even other games I dislike. Even other games we've stopped playing. The only reason I kept playing is because we literally had one boss left to do when we started the stream for this. I cannot stress enough how bad this combat feels. And we've played some pretty abysmal combat games. Like, this... It does not nail what it's trying to emulate, and I think it's because they focus so much on everything else, they forgot to make the game fun. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again in every review that I have to say this in: make your game fun first. Always. It doesn't matter how good your story is, it doesn't matter how amazing your game looks. If your game is not fun to play, people are not going to keep playing it. And that's where I think this game is going to falter. Now, I might be wrong. People are probably going to pick this up and play this and sell it all around. Maybe I'm in the minority here. But this game was completely, start to finish, one of the least fun horror games I've played this year. Like, I've played a bunch of games that didn't know what they were, or just were kind of bland or whatever. This game was legitimately unfun and wasted my time, and when I went back to try to engage with other mechanics, punished me for doing so. I do not think that is good design. When I went back to prepare for the final fight, I then had to spend 5 minutes climbing stairs again just to fight the final boss. There was no shortcut. There was no like, hey, you already did this once, just tap a button and you go to the top of the stairs, or oh, the stairs have been cut in half, so it's not as long as walk. Nothing. No, I had to walk the entirety of the stairs again just to get to the final boss, all because I went back to go get resources. There's no way, like, quick way to farm money so I could get resources that way. There's no way to sell all the weapons and stuff that I didn't need to get resources for better weapons or upgrade materials. Like, it is abysmally game designed, like, experience. I would not recommend this to anybody that wants a good game experience. I think this is one of those things that this should have been a movie experience, a viewing experience, because I think from an aesthetic, from a viewing experience, from a story experience, like, this is really, really fantastic. From a gameplay interactive experience, this is one of the worst things I've played this year. And I don't say that lightly. I cannot express how, if this game was not like 2 streams effectively 8 hours long, I probably would have not come back to this ever again. I feel like that sounds very harsh of me. We did 100%. We got all 27 achievements in this game. Just to be clear, we didn't miss any of the achievements. And that sounds really harsh to say. I hope that this studio learns from this experience to make a game fun with the visions that they have for aesthetic, for story and stuff, because if they can do what they did with the main part of this game and make a game fun, I think they have the brightest future in the industry. But if they make another experience like this one to play, I will never play another game of theirs. I can't. I don't even know who made this, to be honest, but it is, apparently the developer is J.R. Hoodfall. I don't know. This is the only thing they made, apparently. But the biggest tip to this was more of a visual project and less of a game project, is because when we read the credits, it said directed by. It didn't say created by. It didn't say programmed by, or anything like that. It said directed by. And to me, that shows how much the focus was on the visual and the story aspects of this, and less on the gameplay. And when you're creating an interactive media, interaction has to be at the forefront. So, with the risk of beating a dead horse here, I do not recommend Labyrinth of the Demon King to literally anyone, unless they do a major overhaul or add some sort of difficulty setting or something to make this game more approachable to literally anyone. Just literally anyone. I do not recommend it, especially at $20. No. I do not recommend this game to literally anyone. I would recommend watching this game. I think aesthetically this game is very cool. I do not recommend playing it. And that is where I'm going to end this review. So, thank you for watching. I'm sorry this review is so harsh. And again, I hope this developer can really focus on gameplay next time and nail the aesthetic they want to nail and nail the gameplay. I think they'll have a bright future if they can do that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Whew. That was an experience. I'm sorry. I have never been that upset at a game. I've